Dan, thanks for your time. Well, obviously, great to sort of win a series at the end of the tour. What will that mean to the group as you head home now?
Oh, it'll give us some confidence, won't it? So we're really pleased with the way they played throughout the one-day tournament, even though we had a few rain-affected games. But I thought we played pretty well, to be fair. So that's pleasing, gives them some confidence. Go home and then obviously get back into Indian one-day series and then the Ashes.
How important was it to get that win under your belts after a long summer?
Well, it's been a long summer. We've been here since May, I think. Is that about right? So from our point of view, it's always nice to win any cricket game. So pleasing that we put enough pressure on England and got the right result. So, yeah, moving forward, it's always good.
And does that lay down any little marker for the Ashes return?
It gives us confidence. That's all, which I'm happy with.
Is it quite a strange feeling to be going home as Australian coach when it wasn't your role when you arrived on these shores? It's
a bit strange, yeah. My wife's going to be very happy to see me home after about 6 months. So, but it's good. It's going to be great having a home series. It's obviously built up already. So looking forward to that.
Who would you pick out as players that have maybe taken this series as a chance to shine and impress you away from the obvious? I know Michael's had a very good series and Shane today. Has anyone else stood out for you?
I think in general they all did their roles really well. George Bailey was fantastic. Aaron Finch, as you said, was exciting in the T20 and then obviously played well against Scotland and started well today. So there's been guys that have chipped in each and every game, and that's what you need to actually win one-day cricket. So we had some outstanding performances in obviously Watson and Clarke throughout, but I think everyone did their job. Mackay was very good for us. So, the bowling was Johnson, all those. I was really impressed with him.
I was going to say his pace stood out throughout the consistency of his pace. He was regularly above 90.
He bowled fast the whole time. So as long as he's consistent, that's all he has to do. So really impressed with him.
With Michael, who's obviously got some issues with his back, which he's had for 15 years or whatever, how do you manage him through a tour of India and then an Ashes series and then everything else that goes?
Oh, look, that's up to the medicos at the end of the day. We're guided by them, to be perfectly honest. So he'll go home and speak to the medicos there and get scans or whatever he needs to do. And then if he's not 100% fit, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But, today he said he was fit to go and, you take him on the word of that. So, he'll go back home and check out with the medicos what's going on and see what happens from there.
Presumably he knows the condition well enough himself anyway.
Yeah, pretty sure he's had it for a long time. So having a new coach and dealing with a chronic injury. So from our point of view, really pleased that he got through the series. Albeit very lucky to play today, but batted really well and led well.
Were you at all surprised about the approach England took to the series in terms of the squad they named and the number of players they rested?
I don't really care what England want to do. That's their choice. So from my point of view, we're out to win every game we play, and we achieved that goal, winning the series, and it would have been nice to win at Cardiff as well. So that was probably a disappointing result for us, but pleased with the end result.
Is rest and rotation something you're willing to embrace in the one-day team going forward if needed? Are you open-minded about that?
No, but I'm only one selector, so we'll be trying to pick the best team we can each and every time.
Come back to Mitchell, Darren. I mean, he's really caught the eye. Even talk about him, getting back into that Ashes squad with the conditions that you got back home. How strong a case do you think he's put over this one-day series?
He's put a strong case. At the end of the day, he's still got to keep backing that up. Like every other player, they've got to perform at the level we need to compete against a good side. So, he's got to go to India, do well. We've got a couple of Shield games before the first test, so that'll be important for him to bowl well in those games. And then the selection panel will sit down and work out what the best 11 is for that test match.
And on the return Ashes series, when conditions will be more in your favour, I mean, it was pretty close this time round. What's the confidence like within the camp that you can wrestle back the Ashes?
Oh, very confident. But at the end of the day, we know we've got to improve in some areas, especially with the bat. But the way we played, especially the last three test matches, I think we were very, very good, apart from 2 hours at Durham. So we need to just be consistent in that and grab the big moments, and we know that.
And the talk about the big moments, I mean, that's almost been defined as the difference between the two sides. And those big moments won by England. Does it take a great deal to almost win those big moments back again? Is it a big goal for?
Not really. I mean, I mean, everyone says it was a close series, but we still ended up losing 3-0. If it doesn't rain at Old Trafford, we win. Doesn't rain at the Oval, we win. So it was a lot closer than people think. But end result, it's 3-0. So we've got to improve.
And for you personally yourself, I mean, now that you're going home as the coach and you'll have probably build-up time for an Ashes series, will that make a big difference for your own sort of preparations?
Very much so. But end of the day, I think we were well prepared, to be perfectly honest, when we first started. So that's no excuse. We know the conditions at home will suit us probably better than England, but end of the day, we've got to play better cricket.
Just going back to Mitchell, was he doing anything differently, or was he 100% fit?
I just think he's confident.
Just confident.
Yeah. So he was, he was very good in the opening game at Old Trafford, the start of Birmingham. Struggled a bit at Cardiff, but bowled really well today.